Hey, you've just come back from a gig in Beverley. Was that with the History Troupe? Is that right?
Yeah.
So what was that all about? Can you tell us a bit about that? How it was and.
Yeah, it was good. Because it was Remembrance Week this week, I guess, the 11th for the 11th. So the show's called Statues, Cradling Toys, and it was poetry inspired by the Pals battalions who went to fight in the First World War from around the area, and then we do like music from that era, you know, or war-related songs in between the poems.
We do a lot of stuff with them. It's like the History Troupe's a collective of musicians, and we was like one of the first people to get involved. Hence, they're called the History Troupe, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
As actors and stuff, all local stuff.
So you're kind of part of a bigger thing. It's
Yeah,
not
we're
just
part of
your-
the big picture.
Yeah, it's local history brought to life.
So I would do it. Yeah, so we're looking at we've been doing stuff on like the fishing industry from one, and looking at it from that perspective. We're looking at big history like Spanish Civil War and things like that, but from another perspective. And where like the HillBilly Troupe's into that sort of thing anyway. When it's sort of music,
Yeah, 'cause
kind of rooted in it anyway.
At the folk festival, that's got a lot of ties to like the maritime history of Hull. So obviously your songs kind of speak in that sense. But just found it quite interesting that you've got like the kind of the war songs in there as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's what we're about. I mean, it's anti-war stuff. I mean, we're not there for the glorification of war. We're there for the songs are about the anti-war and the humour on the side of it, and songs that was sung at the time, and songs that was written
about
after.
the people and stuff.
Yeah, it was down stuff like that. People like Eric Bogle wrote a lot of good stuff. You know, a lot of anti-war songs that are kind of popular, and we put our own slant on that. So we need to make that. We need to make that very clear about it.
What other work do you do with the History Troupe? Is it stuff that you do throughout the year? Is there other projects that have been run in the past or that you're going to be doing?
We did one called Pubs, which was we did one in here actually in Polar Bear. So we picked 4 pubs, historical pubs, I mean legendary pubs, Rainers, Polar Bear, Sportsman, and there was Bull on Beverley Road. So we had like this character, Audrey Pocock, who's an actor. This guy, Stan played him anyway, and he's like meant to be this guy, this chancer from Hull, I suppose, who knows everything about Hull. You don't know if he's lying or not, you don't know if he's telling the truth. He's been there, he's been everywhere, and we kind of like
we interacted with him and things.
He did
like tall tales kind of thing.
Yeah, but like we've rooted in history, and we
Yeah,
sort of backed him. Like so, he'd do a bit, and we'd have a song that matched it. Like in here, there's a story of Bowie coming in here, so we did like a HillBilly Troupe version of Suffragette City. So it's not just all rooted in folk.
You know, like so there was a zoo around here in Zoological Gardens with that kind of stuff. We just read songs from anywhere, really.
Yeah.
If we do it, we can write them.
Some people don't know those types of things about Hull as well, and I think it's quite interesting for people coming to the city or for people who live here that don't know these historical things.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff we didn't know about. I mean, we're all from them, so I mean, I'm the oldest one. There's lots of stuff I've put up around here. So I know it's hard to believe, but you know, there you go. You know, obviously always shown through. You know.
So if we just take it back to like the HillBilly Troupe, obviously, because that's what you're involved with the history stuff as well. I've heard that you've got a new album that you're working on.
Oh, absolutely.
So we're just wondering where you're going to be recording that. Is it a specific studio that you're working from?
Yeah, Fairview.
Cool.
It's Fairview. We'd like to go there because it's for the experience more than anything. Fairview Studios is a bit of a legendary studio in the city, and we saved up some money to go there, and hopefully we recorded there last year. It was good results, so hopefully again it'll be a good recording, and it's more the experience. Like I say, going there, it's something we look forward to doing, and we'll be there for 3 days and get an album out.
Try and get it finished. I think this one's quite important, really.
We're writing a lot of the material.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to get. We've like done I'm real proud of that first album. We've picked all these old, quite traditional folk tunes and kind of done what we do with it. So it's merged with a bit of ska, keeping some of the historical, like folky stuff going on with it, but kind of mashing the sound up. I'm proud of that.
And are you going to keep that sort of flavour in the sound?
To the point, but I think we're going to try other stuff as well. But I think the key to this one is like we're thinking, well, we've all been in bands. All of us, and we've all wrote songs, except for you, but you're new to it, aren't you, Michael? We're just writing these tunes and we're thinking, now we can do this, it's what we're into. So we're going to pretty much write a full original album.
It'll be great. Like the 7 members of the band on the CD, we're hoping that every member of the band writes a song for the CD.
Yeah, so everyone gets
a
kind of
We've got Front Wrote one, yeah.
That's kind of what I was going to ask, if there was any principal songwriters, came up with lyrics but it seems like it's pretty widespread.
Music like HillBilly Troupe.
Yeah.
We've got a guy, Daisley, who lives in America, and he's wrote a couple of songs for us, and he's wrote some really good stuff.
Well, he's in the band, really.
He's really in the band when he's here.
Because they come with like a careless idea, we bat it around sort of thing between the lot of us and knock it into some sort of
just sit around the table with a cup of tea and some biscuits and just pass it round.
Until it gets to number one, and then people will be saying, I wrote that song, and then
they'll be claiming that, you know, they'll be all like...
So this songwriter in America, is he kind of considered a bit of an honourary member of the band?
Yeah. Well, he is. When he comes,
it's called Des O'Connor.
It's Des O'Connor. That's his real name.
But he's an old lad. Anyway. He lives in New York, and he comes over. I mean, to be honest, he used to come over every now and again, but he comes over more now.
Yeah.
He's often in England doing his work. So we're doing quite a lot with him.
He's on a slippery slope now.
He joined the HillBilly
Troupe. Very good job.
You won't for long.
So another question I was going to ask you was if young Victor would be featuring on the album.
Yeah,
obviously his
of course he
appearance
will. Yeah, of course he will. Yeah.
at the folk festival that I saw.
We've got it's coming in a bit pricey. It's coming in a bit pricey at the moment.
His skill set going up, it's rising the price.
We'll get him on there.
Yeah. So, have you got anything else coming up? Anything exciting coming up before Christmas?
We've got a really good gig coming up next week, Thursday, the 20th of November at the Adelphi.
Yeah.
We've invited a fantastic band down called the Rob Herron and the Teapot Orchestra, and they play like western swing, bluegrass, sort of country style, but they do their own spin on it. And we invited them to the folk festival last year, and there was amazing blues away. And so we've invited them back to all, and we'll be supporting them. So that'll be an amazing night for anybody who's into just great music. And then we play all the time. We've got gigs.
Is there anything you're really looking forward to?
We've got a Christmas party.
Christmas party.
It's going to be on the 20th of December.
Playing on the train.
And we've got Beverley Folk Festival next year.
I'm looking forward to play to supporting Charlie.
I'm looking forward to retiring.
Okay, loads. But you can get it on the website. It's all on the website.
So if people want to find out more about listings, they can look on the website.
HillBillyTroupe.com.
HillBillyTroupe.com.